Against the Grain Nation. How you guys feeling out there on this Wednesday afternoon? Come on in, it's your boy Top Dog, the intellectual preacher. Hopefully you guys can hear me well enough. I'm trying out these new earphones that I have, so hopefully this comes out loud and clear. Listen, today's sermon is going to be about the many videos that I'm seeing out here on these various media platforms that are controlled by people that want you to see what they want you to see. And I have to send a PSA out to my brothers and sisters out here who think they're playing a game that is even. And I'm talking about all of these traffic stops that I'm seeing where people are asking, well, why are you stopping me? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? What is your goal once you get stopped by the police? Is it to make it back home to your family and children? Or do you want to question somebody who holds your life in his hands, that can pull out a gun and shoot you? You see, you have to understand and start playing chess out here. They're playing checkers with you. You get pulled over your job in that moment if you want to make it back home. If you want to go home, if you want to make it before a judge to plead your case, if you want to be around to fight the powers that be the right way, your job in that moment is to comply with what that officer at that time is telling you to do. There is no why. Why are you pulling me over? Because here is what you failing to recognize and failing to see. You see, they want you to get rowdy with them. They want to get you in a situation where the problem becomes escalated, because they're playing the game and they want to pull that pistol out on you. So the more questions you ask, the more why did you do this? Why did you do that? Then you move yourself into a place where they can pile on the excuse. See, they got more excuses than you got questions. They got more laws on their side than you got questions. So if your aim and your will is to make it back home on the day, stop asking them questions. Stop giving them a reason to pull their pistols out on you and put you on the ground and choke. Comply to what it is that they're asking you to do. There's no questions. We could fight this on another day, but that's the thing. We got to live to fight another day, because we know what they're trying to do. They're trying to exterminate us all. So why would you play right into their hands? Don't ask them nothing. Let them ask you the questions. Let them ask you what they want to ask you, and answer their questions to give them no reason to escalate that situation, because the last thing you want to do is get a pistol pulled out on you and end your life on the pavement that day. That's the last thing you want for your family and for your children. As for me, I'm making it back home. It don't make me a punk because I answer their questions. But if I'm going to jail, or if they're taking me to jail, then I'm going to jail. And then I'm going to go before the judge. And then I'm going to go before my congressman. I'm going to go before my senator, so that we can get laws changed. I can't do that if I'm 6 feet under by the hands of somebody that I know doesn't like me. So why am I asking them a question? You know, that's like asking, well, you know, if you go into a place and you know the game is rigged, asking a person, well, why are you cheating? I'm cheating to get ahead, or because I know that I'm ahead. I know that I can do this. So what's it going to be, guys? Stop asking these people questions. Stop inciting, because that's all you're doing. And that's what they want to do. This is psychological warfare, guys. This is a psychological game that they're playing with each and every one of us to get us out of control, and to have a reason to get you down on that ground, to have a reason to use excessive force. And then in front of the TVs and in these media outlets and all of these outlets that are controlled by them, to those people, they're going to say, you deserve it. Why didn't he comply? You see, we're beyond the point that they crooked and they dirty. We know that already. We got to fight the game in another way. We got to fight the game intelligently. We got to fight the game intellectually. We can't fight them in they arena. They at home, they got home court advantage. All right, you got to swing the pendulum into where you can have it. And you got to fight them and you got to hit them where they hurt. And that's in the pockets. But you can't do it that way. You can't do it on their turf in the streets, asking them questions so that they could easily escalate things and pull a pistol out on you. I'm not dying like no dog in the street. So I'd rather be called a punk and answer their questions and go on about my way than to end up dead in the streets by trying to match them word for word and all this and other stuff, because they're gonna tell you resisting arrest. They're gonna pin more charges on you, and in the worst case scenario, you're gonna end up fatally dead at the hands of another person because you want to ask questions. You want to ask why. We know the game is rigged. So I'm gonna end it right here because I don't want to be repetitive here. But here's the bottom line, man. You get stopped by a police officer, your job is to comply. You're not looking like a punk. I know black people have all of this pride and want to ask why and want to what. No. If you want to go home, if you want to go home safely, you see what I'm saying? You got to understand that they are even more terrified of you than you of them. So just calm that situation down by saying, hey, let them ask the questions. You answer them. You comply. Don't try to play lawyer. That's what lawyers get paid for. You are not an attorney unless you went and studied that and have your degree hanging on the wall to say that you can study law. If that's not you, let the lawyers handle that. Let the judges handle that. But you go home with your life. It's your boy Top Dog, the intellectual preacher, with another sermon here today. And it's entitled, Get Home to Your Family Safe. That's the bottom line. Until our next video, guys, stay healthy, stay alive, go out so you can produce. Peace. I'll see you guys at the top.